that
It's
work?
a little afternoon, isn't it?
Un?
Noon?
Oh,
Well, he's,
I said un as in one.
Oh,
I like it.
3-2 noon. I like that too,
yeah.
though. Welcome to Echo Chamber's session in between sessions. It's been a while, guys.
It's been a while.
Been
Yeah.
too long.
The
I'm
hot
excited. I'm excited.
Oh shit.
You know what? I feel like it's going to be a free for all. So yeah, go. If you have a topic, let's just, embrace the chaos.
Uh, yeah. So where the fuck are we going? That's like
I literally was going to ask the same question. 100%. Where in the fuck are we going?
I feel like that's always the question, and we always answer, who the fuck knows?
yeah.
Yeah.
Candlekeep.
Candlekeep.
I'm told there's a pretty interesting book down there.
Emmerich refuses to go to Candlekeep.
Is it Carl or Amrook or both?
Both at this
Both.
point.
So my question is this, and this is more for G than anything. Do we have, as a group collectively, do we have the majority of the information that we need to have in order to make an informed decision about what we should be doing, or are we missing a few pieces?
We've had all the information always.
Yeah.
We just never make the right decision.
We've had it from day one.
That.
You have. Let's be. I'll be a little bit more selective here. You have more information than you've ever had combined across the board. I will say that a few pieces of information are still missing to make an overall bigger decision. So I don't think anyone's sitting on any major plot point that you know of at this point. That you kind of dropped. You guys have dropped a couple bombs here recently. You've tied together a lot of the ongoing efforts. There's a few dangling leads out there that would tie the picture together more. But you're also, as a group, there are a couple key pieces that you do not have yet to make the best decision. So let's say half of the information that you don't know is available accordingly. The other half is not available to anybody.
Okay.
My concern here is, and this is Evan. As you saw, Griswold agrees. The bigger threat, I think if we go to the Eye of the Allfather, we could find what the bigger threat is. Griswold is all for taking the head off the Kraken, snake, whatever you want to call it. Evan, however, thinks if we go to the Eye of the Allfather, man, we've said it before, punching outside of our weight class. This is going to be a tough one. Evan is worried. Griswold is on a vengeance to go to the greater evil.
Why do you think that?
I think that the eye is going to be guarded. It's going to be a treacherous territory regardless.
I thought it was abandoned, and we don't know what's there.
Well, but we could cross several frost giant hordes looking for it, though, right?
Yeah, and I think that I don't think that Harshnag was the only one looking for it. This is just Evan's assumption. Maybe it's paranoia. Maybe it's the tinfoil hat. I don't know. I think getting there is going to be difficult. It's going to be super exciting, 100%. But I think we're going to be in for a pretty rocky fight.
I think it's going to be interesting.
Oh no, for sure. I think it'll give us direct contact of what in the fuck is going on. It's just getting there is going to be hard, I think.
I've already created my second character. I know exactly how this gets going down.
I plan on going through probably 3 characters trying to get there, so that's fine.
So I have a question to pose. How come the giants aren't really fighting each other to get to the same to their different goals? So like the fire giants, yes, they're piecing together the Vonadod, and the frost giants are looking for the Eye of the Allfather, and storm giants are doing their thing, but they're all doing it separate. We don't actually see them fighting ever. Why aren't we pitting them against each other? Why aren't we, going to the stone giants and saying, listen, I know you want to be the head of the ordning. We need your help. You may not be head when this is over, but it could boost you.
I like it. Your enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all.
That would require us to come to a decision.
Yes.
This goes back to, I think in the beginning, or I may have mentioned it a few times. I think we need like a decision maker in the group. Just me, just an opinion. Don't know if that's
Well,
real.
so I have a question for Garrett on that one. So, this is going to be difficult because you weren't there for my last session. You might have listened.
I listened.
Okay. Well, we're in chaos. We're in echo chamber, so it doesn't matter. So we did find out that there's a runt fire giant in the third campaign that said, "Hey, I'm looking for certain things, but the fire giant, not all fire giant clans agree that we need to recreate the Von and Dot and kill everyone." It goes along Carl's point, so maybe not really a question for you, Garrett, but could we do something like that and say, "Hey guys, could we start pitting people against each other?" Could we? But that would also require us to like talk to people and not be murder hobos. So,
Which ain't gonna happen. I
That's
see
not
it on
gonna happen.
Ryan's face. Not gonna happen.
No.
Hey, I'm going to throw it out
It's
there.
not
I
even.
thought. Go ahead. Go,
It's not
Ryan.
even just read.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm
Nobody
just saying,
talks. We
judging
just
by your
fucking
face.
hit people.
Just fucking.
We're just like the bullies. Like we got held back 3 years, and then we're just in 8th grade beating the fuck out of people.
you ain't wrong. You're not wrong. We're gonna 8th grade beat the fuck out of people. Amen.
Amazing. I will just say there's a lot of ways to peel this orange, and there has been from the beginning. This is not exactly going according to any of my plans, and your decisions have had an effect on what the greater threat was at any given time and how things progressed. I honestly thought 2.5 years ago, after you guys went into the Hill Giants and negotiated there and started aiming for peace and kind of turning them against it, I thought this was the direction you were going to go in pitting them against each other. And then shiny thing occurred, and a different direction was went.
It's
Yeah,
really
we haven't even touched base with Ga. And we've talked about it. We're like, hey, we should send them a message.
Ga's dead, isn't she?
Not Ga, but
Hook.
Brooke. Yeah, Brooke.
Help Hook.
Help Brooke.
Hey, honestly, that's not a bad idea. I mean, maybe Amrook should say in our what is it? Because you're an asshole and Amrook won't lead. Got it. Okay.
Yep, Amrook won't do it.
And Griswold's already said it, so me saying that against it would be super meta. So I'm not doing it. It's not a bad idea though. Trying to at least pit them against each other, but.
Listen, I think you guys are terrible friends here amongst the group. Poor Amrook seems to be in a depression ever since Adrian left, and you guys aren't getting him the help that he needs. He's just not the same man. He lost his best friend.
I think Amrook holds on to that hope that Chamb3r's brother's coming back. So I think they're okay. They're gonna make it through, or we'll see.
I still see Amrook doesn't see Chamb3r as a real replacement. You're not my real party member.
Exactly.
You can't be my boss.
We're trying to make this long distance thing work.
Griswold is going to try to get Adrian and that group. Cause you piqued Griswold's interest. I got to admit, Chamb3r, when you're like, "Oh, Adrian met up with people and they have something for you guys." I'm 100. Griswold's 100% pulling on that shit, no doubt.
Griswold or Evan?
Both.
I'm not asking personal
It's
questions.
actually Evan. Knowing how Griswold's playing now, it's Evan.
It's Evan.
I'm merely going to ask if Adrian is pulled into it and he was willing to say, "Hey, this group has something." We trust Adrian. He's done the group well. If we could get to him in that group in time.
Little does Evan know, Adrian's the big bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a tinfoil hat. So are we really feeding into this? And is Chamb3r and his dad really just like, we just wanted to know your plans just so we can plot against you? Tinfoil hat. How crazy would that be?
That'd be awesome.
Actually,
You figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fucking crazy, people.
Gee, question about
The
Big
civil
Bad.
society.
So,
Society.
knowing what you know about every character, and
Yep.
you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Knowing
All
what
right.
you know about every character and all the backstories and all the like little side quests that we have going on, do any one of us, does any one of our characters know who the big bad is, or has someone talked to the big bad? You don't have to say, or maybe a simple yes would be interesting. Yes or no? Just curious.
All right. So let me take a define here. So the big bad, I would say yes, but I'll also say that there's a couple stories that I've overlapped here. That some connected, some maybe not necessarily as much. So there's really, I would say, five primary top villains in this whole thing, and
We fucked.
and you have not yet met all.
Are we talking
Nice.
boss battle, or are we talking mini boss battle? Because I think there's
Boss
a
battle. There's some mini boss battles that I would say you've done. I would call them boss battles. There's probably one that there is one that stands above the rest ish.
Wonder what one that was.
Yeah, I would say there's one that stands above the rest. That will be the last man standing. But there are about five key bosses here, and depending on your decisions as you've made it along the way, the power struggle has shifted over time based on what you've done, how you've acted, and some efforts. So it is different than I initially planned it to be, tier wise. I would say on who is where, and that balance potentially could continue to shift as your decisions are made. So I'll put that out there, and I've kept it fluid.
Interesting. So which one of you fuckers is behind it all?
We're all dead.
Talking to these big bads.
It's Gabriel. It's Gabriel.
Felgolos.
A lot of finger pointing coming from the guilty party.
Yeah.
Hey, Warwick understands his place in this party. He's just living on borrowed time at this point.
I have a question specific for Garrett that involves Keldrum. Just because I could see your face and it's super
He
funny.
is not the big bad.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, he can revive people, but I don't think he could revive people from that far away.
The rabbit in the other in campaign 3 is the big bad.
Yes.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. So when Keldrum helped Griswold with commune and whatever else, I think you used commune, right?
No, you used atonement.
Ceremony.
Ceremony. Thank you.
Atonement and ceremony. Yeah.
Just how much did that help Frank's cause? Substantial, small amount.
The message that was sent to you was a near direct effect of that. The message that was sent to Griswold was a near direct effect of Keldrum using that spell.
Got it. Okay.
And I had shot Keldrum a message after he did that nothing was immediate, but effects were felt. So yes, that move did shift the paradigm and lead to your message.
Go. Okay. I was just
that was a creative play that I was not expecting, and I wanted to reward it as such.
That was awesome. I liked that one. All right. That was the one question I had.
All right, so changing gears, then we'll come back to some serious stuff. If you had to pick a theme song, like your characters coming out to the wrestling ring, what song would they come
Our
out
entrance
to?
song.
Yes.
Our entrance song.
What is your character's entrance song? And if you have someone else's entrance song as well, go for it.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Hold.
I'd have to give this one.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Let's circle back to that one.
Circle back to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one's
We did talk early on, Echo Chamber, about superhero that they would be, and we named a few for different people. Has that changed? Has the character arc that people go through, or that the characters go through, has that changed what hero you think they relate to?
So is Griswold still what's his face? Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy?
For me, no. Griswold's taken this like dark
Yeah.
Yeah.
path, and in my mind, no, he's not that happy-go-lucky person that he was in the beginning. He's mean, almost borderline villain for me,
Me,
especially as of recently. He is almost anti-hero for me.
Anti-hero is a great way to put it for Grizz.
wow.
He has transitioned to anti-hero.
I thought it was more of a focus. You all right? That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, just a general like view of it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you're the boys or anything like that, but like, no, you
That's
definitely
not what.
have taken I don't care about the peons. I have a mission and I'll slap people around like anti-hero.
Cutting the head off the snake. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I like it. So who would you say? What superhero or anti-hero? Anyone in specific?
More of a Magneto for me. That might not be a perfect reference, but that type of style. If you go to X-Men like First Class and stuff like that, where he had that mindset of war is coming, and I'll do whatever I have to be on top.
Hmm.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's interesting. You brought that up as I'm thinking about it here because I was thinking about all the originals that I had, and they were all happy-go-lucky characters in one form or another. No weight of the world on their shoulder. You guys have gone, if you were New Testament for your Old Testament now, vengeance across the board, or it's almost first 10 minutes of Endgame. Like you guys just have gotten your asses kicked. The stress is weighing down. There's all these like dark cracks coming through with the entire party now.
Yeah, I see Reed more of Jason Todd kind of Red. What was his when he came back?
Darkwing.
No, not Darkwing. Red.
Oh, you're talking about
The Red Mask. Red Mask.
yes, yes.
Very very cynical. Fuck Batman's rules. A little destructive.
Is
I
it
feel
Red
like
Hood?
Red Hood. That's it. Red Hood.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what Reed was to begin with. We just didn't know enough.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's really come out on Reed now. That's why it's same character, different angle now, which I like. It's depth to all the characters that wasn't there before. We saw the tip of the icebergs previously. They were all happy-go-lucky, light. You guys were just out for a joyride, just kicking some ass, taking names. But now, man, there's psychological warfare. There's stress. There's tension. There's a lot of threads here that are tripping everyone up. You can see the depths of their souls.
Who would we say Amrook is? That's the Amrook's taken a step back from like you. Amrook used to say a lot of his mind and guide a little bit, and now you've taken a step back. I think like you're almost you go with the flow, like you're hiding a dark secret kind of deal. And I'm trying to picture what character you would be. Like it's like you're on the verge of. What was that?
First thing that comes to mind to me, I'm not going to spoil Ring of Power.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Carl knows who I'm talking about. The big bad in Ring of Power. That's the first thing that came to mind. It's not exactly fit to a T, but that's just the first thing that came to mind. I don't know.
Yeah, I see it a little bit. I'm working with you to work to my ends type deal. I get that, but
I see that you're one of the green. I see that you're one of the green, like a Green Lantern that's literally on the verge of either accepting Will as his true power or fear.
so
And
Sinestro.
yeah, yeah, I couldn't remember who it was. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like I almost see it as that. Like one more move and it'll either shift you to bringing in the rage and just destroying, or stepping out and saying, "Nope, I'm going to be the leader and we're going to get through this."
See, I still see him as a Bruce Banner. So like,
I
mean,
I was kind of like that too, but especially like at the end of the series where he was able to kind of control him a little bit, and we had Yeah, smart Hulk.
Smart Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to follow his arc here, and I'm thinking it through. I'm thinking a couple come to mind by different actors, and that's why. But I think I like the Wolverine arc. Early on, a little
Yeah.
buried down, but still jovial, and by the end of it, very dark, very tormented, a little quieter, a little more vengeful. I've kind of seen him, Amrook, heading down that road at the moment. I don't think he's completely down that arc, but not as jovial as he was, not as lighthearted, or even maybe maybe like a Batman, like Adam West progression to up through the more recents. Like it's really gone Dark Knight esque with not still not killing, but he's definitely lost that lightheartedness, that joviality that early Amrook had, and that leadership desire. He sits back in the shadows a little more brooding, maybe.
Hey, I'll take a Bruce Wayne or a Bruce Banner. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Either or.
Bruce.
What about Caldrum? I don't think we've he wasn't with us at the time. What
Yeah,
do we
that's
see
true.
him as?
Oh, that's okay. That's a tough one.
I was gonna say, do we know enough to?
Yeah, I still
Because
feel
we're still kind of
really
getting to know Caldrum.
Uh, maybe a little Dr. Fate.
That's interesting.
I actually like that Dr. Fate. That's an interesting one. That's a really interesting one.
I feel like Dr. Fate isn't like Caldrum has a serious side, but I also think that Caldrum has a that quirky side. When we first met you, you were kind of like, "Oh, hey, what's up? What's going on? Let me check the sponsor app." Oh, kind of like jumpy, like it was, a little bit of quirkiness. So, like the serious side, yeah, but I feel like we got to fit that quirkiness in there too. And
I was thinking like Doctor Strange, like doing a lot of magic and stuff, but Doctor Strange doesn't have that quirkiness kind of deal.
See, I was thinking Doctor Strange for Warwick.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, somebody's going for attack. Nope, shielded. That's your silvery barbs type deal.
Yeah.
And fog cloud, you can't see anything. Go over here.
From the attack style, yeah. I agree.
personality wise, I don't know.
Oh no, personality what? No.
No, personality wise, you'll hump anything that walks at this point. So
that's still more D-Shags though. Actually, no, Warwick does have really run off of that.
He's been.
You know what? Your theme song, Sir Psycho Sexy. I'm going with that one.
See, for Reed, I thought Mr. Shorty by Marty Robbins.
Ooh, that's a solid one.
I like it.
I don't think I know that one. I might have to play it later. I don't want to, play it on stream, but.
All right, I'm gonna throw something out. We're gonna switch gears a little bit here, unless you got something. I want to hear from each of you. A lot of lore dump here, a lot of things going on, a lot of things tying together. With that said, I want to hear one tinfoil hat theory that you're thinking now after the last session. What's one thought that you're thinking that's just a little bit out there that you're not sure, but you're feeling it at the moment?
Go ahead, Caldrum. Go ahead.
So I know we've joked about this a little bit. My new theory is Klauf is the big bad.
The dragon.
The red dragon.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I mean, there's history between giants and dragons. They kind of hate each other.
So how would Klauth, or is it Klaus or Klauth?
Klauth.
TH.
Okay, how would Klauth get the frost giants to work for him at that point with the Kraken Society, or do we think they're doing their own thing and we just haven't got the other half of the information to figure it out that it's Klauth? Oh, he left. I pissed him off.
Wow! Don't dig into that. You're digging into some sensitive areas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's off. We'll come back to that one. Who else has got the tinfoil? Oh, there. We're back.
I'm sticking with my original tinfoil. It's Linene.
Lining still in, huh?
Nice.
Stupid Discord. Come on, man. To answer your question, but I don't think he got the Frost Giants to work for him. But I think he somehow, I think he was instrument in the kidnapping of Hecaton.
Definitely smart enough. I mean, dragons are known for that. So
Yeah.
Reed, you got one?
I forget it. Come back.
Uh,
Evan, you're
I
sticking
started
with
thinking about
Caldrum's the big
Caldrums.
bad.
No, I don't think Keldrum's
Yeah.
a big bad.
Killed
Go ahead.
got me thinking. I can't even remember mine at the moment.
go ahead, Ev. What do you think?
I don't think Keldrum's the big bad. What I'm trying to piece together is, so we just found out that Waterdeep was attacked by
There
storm
we go.
giants,
That's what he
specifically
thinks.
targeting Lord's Alliance. So that was triggered. Someone shot that over, and I just I don't know. I don't have a specific.
Come on, throw out a crazy theory. What do you think?
Are we still here?
We
Oh.
are.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
hear us?
okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Did
I
we
honestly,
lose them?
No, you can't hear Evan.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Can you
Evan's
hear me
talking.
now?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we can
okay.
all hear you. He just can't.
All right.
Keep going, Ev.
Yeah, I honestly think that a lot of this is going to be on Wave Echo Cave. It's weird in my opinion that we have two major two major areas, Iron Slag and Gauntled Grim for these forges. And yet one of the other places of power is Wave Echo Cave, and someone's just letting it fucking sit. Like, it's just like people, there was obviously a treaty, way back in the day. We open this thing up and people are mining and doing everything, but yet that's it. No one has done anything. There's some weird shit going on there.
You know,
I think it ties back in somehow. That's super weird.
I definitely like it because then it becomes our fault as well.
Exactly.
Okay, I still can't hear him.
You hard reset Discord, just like so, knock it out of your applications.
Okay.
Yeah, so why would they allow, like, if Wave Echo Cave is known and we know that it's untapped power, or people do, why are evils just allowing it to sit there, or at least not attacking it that we know of? Is someone in that town, which could tie into Lyneen at this point,
Nope.
is someone in Phandalin doing something? I don't know.
All right, I like it. Well, wait, Reed, what do you guys got?
Anybody
No?
think of a song while you guys are thinking? I feel like Warwick needs like Uptown Funk or some sort of Bruno Mars song, like 24 Karat Magic. You know what I mean? He's coming out to that.
I could do it. I totally do it. I think. So I think somehow Warwick and Sigil are somewhat. I don't want to say related,
Your
but they're
cousins.
somewhat tied together, right? I think that his great grandfather, or someone down the lineage line, right? The Bo Gentle guy. I think he is still alive.
It's a good
And
one.
I think he's the one that's tying all of this together. And I think it would come from near the end, he went mad and nobody believed, what he was saying about, the end of time and Osmeroth and all this kind of stuff. I think he went mad, and just to prove himself right, he started manipulating people and tying the giants against each other, bringing in the dragons, and he now knows of the Phandalin Five because of Sigil and because of everything we've done, and he's just pushing buttons
You
behind the
know,
scenes.
when we were going through that lore drop, I had a similar inclination that he was definitely still alive, but that he was trapped somehow. Like he went down a dark path and got trapped, and somehow was able to reach out to Nasana, and that's why she's getting the book to perform the ritual to bring him back.
That could be a case.
That is some scary shit.
So
Just
he
so we're all
could be Asmaroth that Nasana is trying to bring back with, and little do we know that's Warwick's connection with Asmaroth and Siddle.
Well, so the only thing that kind of like makes me believe that Warwick is tied into the whole Bo Gentle thing a little more is that I understand why Nasana would want Siddle's blood. I get that because of the book, or at least that's what I'm thinking, right? But if that's the case, why would she want Warwick's blood? Is it just a control thing, or is it
Well,
somehow Warwick?
we've never really looked at any of the libraries or through any of the sages at what blood magic is available to figure out that reason. I mean, it could just be purely tracking reasons, right? Like she wanted two people in the party's blood to be able to track the party and peep in on anybody without being noticed because she had your blood.
Yeah,
Candlekeep has an excellent section on blood magic.
That's pretty good. That was good. That was good.
But yeah, that's my theory, and I think that's kind of why, I think that's why the primordial flame was taken from Gauntlgrim. I think that's why all of this little stuff is happening here and there because every group is searching for what they think is going to make them the most powerful, and there's just a lot of shit happening. Yeah, I think Siddle's family is a little behind this.
I
A
agree.
lot.
Reed, you got anything you want to throw out? You want to pass? You look, you're deep in thought here.
No, the issue is that what I thought was happening, I already know because of discussions with Warwick.
Got it.
So,
Yep.
and that's in game. So,
Well, Echo Chamber is the spot that we are accepting as we're meta at this point, and
yeah,
you
but
have
the
to
conspiracy
all
and not
separate that from the in game. So I'm okay if you want to share. I'm okay if you don't want to share. That's completely up to you. In this platform, I think it's okay.
I think Grizz knew. I think Grizz had an idea that putting Frank into the flame could send him to a new dimension and try to help with the fissures.
It's interesting.
All right.
Evan's back there. I didn't fucking know shit. It was accident, but I'll take it. I'm gonna accept it and say yes, that was my plan.
Ryan, you were exactly right. I knew that Frank was going to go and help my father out, or at least that was the hope. I was leaving it up to the dice gods at that point, and
Well, technically, you wouldn't know if it was the dice gods, but
well, hey, I was leaving it up to chance. We'll put it that way.
I don't think you were trying to make Frank better
I will
or
say
enhance Frank.
I wasn't trying. I honestly did not think about trying to enhance Frank. It was more of a, can we, is there some kind of divine intervention, because he's not only a pure radiant celestial, but in my mind he's more than just a steed. He has some kind of like soul connection with the family. I thought that maybe there was a chance that this could help unlock, because it was a different kind of magic. But also we would kind of see what would happen. I also like to think that Frank would have yelled at me if he was like, "Nah, fuck you, I'm not doing this." Because
Is he sentient enough to tell you no? Because
he
that's my confusion. You give a command to your steed, the steed does, unless it has a mind of its own.
he does have an intelligence, and the way I've played it is slightly modified to an extent to where Frank and I communicate, and it's not more of a. He's more of family. I can technically control him, but if I were to say, "Hey Frank, go jump off that bridge" for no reason, like Frank would say no.
Does the
He
DM know that you feel that Frank has this uh, cognition?
Yes, we've
Okay.
we've talked about it pretty extensively about judging his intelligence, his sentience, his knowledge. Uh,
Now Frank wouldn't have known not to touch that. Like none of us. We did see that the flame enhanced, other things. So, but none of the other magic worked.
Is that
It
why
just
Warwick put his penis in it? I was curious.
look, he tried to melt away all those diseases. Okay, that's what happened. Um,
yeah, and we've set this up. So I was just reading it to confirm. So you summon a spirit. So the spirit is actually what Frank is, and it assumes the form of an unusually intelligent steed. So it is a spirit that is maintained over history and lives elsewhere, and it does have an unusual intelligence. So I've given it a sentience as well.
Cool. I didn't realize that.
Frank's my boy. That's why because Frank's been the way I've wanted this is that Frank's soul has been passed down like through generations. Like he helped my father and grandfather and like the paladins before him in my bloodline. So when all those inscriptions formed around Griswold, when he passed out because he's a pansy, um, he kind of got a glimpse into the past of the oath and how certain things came about to an extent, seeing that Frank was there and all that kind of happy shit. So Frank's kind of like family in a way. Well, really just family. That's what it is.
And so Grizz sent him into the fissure into the flame to help out.
Yep. I just said bye. See ya. See what happens. I am so upset about that. I am just.
Frankie Poo.
I am upset
This
about
has
that.
now changed from Echo Chamber to Frank Chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got like 10 minutes left ish. Anybody else have any other pressing topics? I know we kind of got away with the song and the superhero and some tinfoil hats, but any other things that have happened in the past 6 sessions? Anybody wants to throw out there? The fact that Caldrum's dad probably is a badass, but we didn't ask him to come with us.
I would have loved. I would love to see if Keldrum. I don't know. I don't think he can hear us right now, but I'd love to see if Keldrum's like, "Hey, Dad."
No, I can hear it.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'd love to see if
I'm
Dad
watching. I'm getting an echo, but it's cool.
I'd love to see if your dad can come help us. Like, hey, we're gonna do this. Do you want to join? Or hey, can we have like a celebrity tag in, a celebrity shot if we get in some big trouble? Like, can we do this? I'm pretty sure Keldrum's dad would fuck up someone pretty bad.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and ruin the end for you guys. I'll put it out there. It's Keldrum's dad, Griswold's dad, all while Siddle's great grandpa is kicking some ass.
That is so good.
My dad's stronger than your dad.
Let's do this.
There's some truth to Carl, what you said earlier about what Nasana's trying to do. There is some truth to that. And that's why I'm trying to press everybody to go fight her and end it, because I think going to the Eye of the Allfather is super important, but I think what she is trying to do and will likely succeed in doing is going to play directly into one of those very big boss fights, if not the boss fight.
So this comes back to your original question. Do we have the knowledge, or is anybody sitting on something? Yes, you're sitting on something, right? So we make decisions without knowing the full picture.
Well, no. Warwick was very honest. He said that he told you guys what Nisana's asked him to get and what he believed he's trying to do, either to do something with the book or to do something a lot worse, whether it's resurrecting somebody or something like that. That's the only reason why, in Warwick's mind, because he doesn't know, that's the only reason in his mind why she would want a holy symbol of a fallen priest. You know,
I-
something that symbolic, right?
Warwick, I think you should spill that to the group or at least reiterate that. I mean, because it's definitely a good thought. I mean, I think either way, the Nasana or the Eye of the Allfather is a great path. But I got to tell you, when Keldrum pulled out the Eye of the Allfather, I didn't even think about Nasana like Griswold and Evan didn't think about Nasana resurrecting someone. And right now, Griswold sees the Eye of the Allfather as the best way to move to an evil, to get rid of an evil. But if she's resurrecting someone, or potentially could, that's a pretty big evil in Griswold's book and Evan's book.
I know exactly what Warwick's doing next, though.
Going to Candlekeep?
Nope, he's gonna talk to Amro.
Oh shit!
He's just gonna ask Amro, "Hey,
You're just jealous because Caldrum's dad gave me a hug. That's all.
literally, I was scribbling my book. I saw exactly what was going on. I shed a tear. So everything when I was scribbling my book is fuck you, Amro. Fuck you, Amro." That's all no, it the whole
Join the
knowledge.
party because they've been saying that since like day 3.
Yep. The big thing for me is just trying to understand the party, right? And I think that's like Carl, you and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Nobody has asked Amrook what he did while he was gone for several sessions. Nobody. I feel like that's a really good way for us to understand.
I feel like you guys attempted to, like you
Kinda,
scratched the surface
Yeah.
a little bit, and then
Yeah.
I kind of shifted you from there.
You
Yeah.
played it off really well, like you didn't want to. Griswold respects your privacy.
Warwick doesn't. Not one bit. I want to know you inside and out.
Literally inside.
I was going to say that's probably worded poorly.
Not for Warwick. Not for Warwick.
All right. Anything else over the past 6 sessions or so that has stood out to you, Ryan?
Trying to think back what 6 sessions was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all all the way back into the sewer, right?
Yeah. On the boat.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how bad I wanted to meta and tell you guys to dispel these gargoyles, but I didn't.
No, I was going to. I was going to no matter what. 100%. In that hell. I was excited about it.
That was a beautiful call. Seriously, that was great.
Yeah. I picked up a few things from Critical Role, not a sponsor.
You know what I loved? We never walked the kids back to their houses. They got stolen away from their parents, and we just let them fuck off.
Yep.
I mean,
You know what?
The task
Because-
was to get them out of there.
They're assholes.
I
I
agree.
don't disagree. I
They
just
did
love
say
how
they
we
can get
didn't even
there.
escort them back.
We did offer though. We did offer, and they basically said no. We're completely fine. We're going to go gamble and do other stupid shit. We
I
did
mean-
offer.
Yeah, you mean the thing that got them in there in the first place?
Oh, you're talking about the lady that got them there in the first place that we then let go right after them?
Oh yeah, that's
So
what I'm
she
saying.
like looped around the block and then snagged him again?
Yeah.
Hey, that's
You know
Griswold's.
what?
That's Griswold's piece there.
That's all their fault then.
Wouldn't
I-
that be?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I was there with you.
He's a big bad.
That's Griswold's green squeeze. Don't mess with her. Or at least he's attempting.
You know what? I'm gonna have Siddle send a message to Laneen and tell him you've moved on.
Hey, look, she was winking at other people. You know what? I tried for so long, and she's broken my heart. So sorry. She missed out on this big piece of meat. It's fine.
All right, so homework. I want everybody to have an intro song, and on Sunday night, we're playing Sunday, I assume. Tell me what your intro song is, because I'm interested at this point. And
I've got mine.
What is it?
Wrong Side of Heaven by Five Finger Death Punch.
Interesting.
He's on a little bit of a vengeful path. He's teetering the vengeance paladin of the divineness and the vengeance side, and that is a very, very thin line for a vengeance paladin to walk without losing to one side or the other.
You know what's funny? I was also debating on a Five Finger Death Punch song, Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, nice.
I can
That's
say
a, yep.
that's a good song, by the way.
I just always want to be Jekyll, but I'm always fucking Hyde.
Yep. Oh, that's a good. I love that one. I love it. Oh, I love that. Was a good one. See, I need to. Oh, I feel like if Griswold goes one way or the other, he's either going to be an Oathbreaker or he's going to go to like a Redemption Paladin, unless he can teeter that line really well, which is hard.
I can see Eric's thinking hard about this. I like it. Eric, you also have the assignment. I want to know what superhero Caldrum is.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
we have to pick a superhero for Cyril as well and Althea, or see if it's changed.
I'll put my thoughts in campfire chat or D&D. Which one of them?
Oh Jesus!
I think Siddle is the sorceress.
Katana?
No, the one that the there's the whole miniseries,
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
Ooh.
He's one book away from being the big bad.
Yep.
That fits in pretty nicely. I like that.
Yep.
Oh, there she is.
He's up there crying,
No.
saying, "Hey, Daddy." Say hi, sweet pea.
Hi, Fallon.
Say hi.
Alan.
Do you want some candy?
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and end this. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you Sunday.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.